by Draisaitl as Myers was trying to get it out. Zach Hyman hit along the boards, knocked down by Ekman-Larsson. Puck fished out by Draisaitl to the point. Broberg to Bouchard. Rister into traffic, and they score! The Edmonton Oilers regain the 2-goal lead, and it's Zach Hyman with his second of the night.
Yeah, there was a little contact on Spencer Martin here. He kind of got brushed into on the screen, the flyby. Good work down low by Edmonton on this shift. Hyman just pays the price, holds on, buys some time, gets some support, and you're going to see this go through. And Hyman, maybe after the shot gets through Martin, does make a little contact with the pad. It's Bouchard's shot from the point. He makes sure it gets by the first forward down into the danger zone. Hyman, Puljujarvi are right there in the vicinity, and it finds its way through. Not sure if it goes off of Hyman, to be honest with you, but
Vancouver is using their coach's challenge to determine if there's goaltender interference.
And they are going to challenge this one.
And for Zach Hyman, Louis, it seemed like he himself was leading the charge to the bench for the celebration, which made it seem like he feels it did go off of him.
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's a little bump right there. It's Ekman-Larsson that kind of puts a hip into Hyman, which changes his course a bit. And here's the shot, goes off of Hyman. The question now is, was it by Spencer Martin before it goes off of Hyman? Yeah, I'll tell you, this is really close, and I think because of the timing of this, I don't know if they can take this one back, to be honest with you. I don't think it interferes, and obviously JT Miller is irate on the bench. But I don't know if he interrupted Spencer Martin's ability to make the save. Maybe a little bit on the extension there, but I think it was already by, and it hits Hyman behind him. Tough one.
Yeah, I think that's what they would be checking as the puck. The timing of the puck going by Martin and into the net with the timing of Hyman's skate and Martin's pad. The right leg of Spencer Martin.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking at right now. I think they're wondering if this is already by. It's really close. I mean, does he make contact with the pad of Martin before it hits him will be the big question. It's hard to tell because it's right on that moment when he gets into that spot.
And this is...
And it is in the blue paint. That's important. There was a little bump. Oliver Ekman-Larsson on Hyman, but he didn't direct him into Spencer Martin. He directed him into the blue paint, and he continued skating towards the shot. And here it is again. There's the bump, but that's a different direction. And there's no question he goes through the pad. I think what they're really looking at here is, did he interfere with the ability to make the save? No question he can't get the blocker up in that situation. And he is extending the blocker. This is really close. Now that I've seen that angle right there with him tangled up in the stick and the blocker.
That's a good point you make there.
But then that's when the contact is. But he doesn't make contact with that blocker until I think it's past Martin. This is interesting. I wouldn't want to be making this call.
Well, and it's at a point in the game where it could be a tremendous turning point.
Absolutely.
With 5:27 left in regulation. As we await the verdict, the officials taking their time. Bruce Boudreau looking on, as are the players, and Spencer Martin. Martin, who faced 50 shots against Edmonton in January of last year. When he kind of showed up on the scene. Here's the verdict.
After coach's challenge video review, there is goaltender interference. We have no goal.
And so there you have it, the goal taken back. It's still a one-goal game here at Rogers Arena in Vancouver.
There you go, Bruce. There it is. Good challenge by him and the coaching staff to take a gamble on that. That was really close for me. But I think on that one take, you could see the stick and the blocker of Martin, and that's the extension. They feel that it interfered with his ability to come across and make that save. Obviously, Zach Hyman doesn't like it. Drop the puck. It's a one-goal game.
This might be the loudest, Bruce, there it is, chant of the night. With the fans fired up as the Canucks